Hello everyone, my name is Sebastian Delvine and I'm from Journalism AN class in UEM. In this video, I will be explaining about two modes of transport that is best for students in a campus. This is my first mode of transport. This is a car, and I think this is the most efficient vehicle for campus transport. So now, I'm going to talk about the advantages of having a car. So if you use a car to campus, the first advantage you will definitely see is the amount of comfort that you will get. You will drive your own car, you don't have to go use public transport, and you don't have to sweat in all the heat, especially here in Garing Serpong. The second advantage is the fact that you can carry lots of your stuff. I can carry my bags, I can carry my drinks, my lunchbox, and maybe if I have other equipment such as camera or other schoolwork. The third and final one, in my opinion, is the fact that it can go through all weathers, including rain, heat, or even in the west, it can go through snow, even though we don't have snow in Indonesia. So I think the car is the best way to get through campus. However, there are also disadvantages, which I'll explain right now. Now, I'm going to explain about the disadvantages of using a car, but first I'm going to sit at the back of the car because I'm quite tired. Okay, so the first disadvantage of using a car is cost. Especially for students who have limited budget, I think that costs such as fuel, parking, and also maintenance is a highly important factor. First, fuel doesn't cost cheap, and these days fuel fluctuates every month, maybe. And then there's parking. You have to pay parking in the campus. In women, it's 8,000 flat or 6,000 flat, or you can opt to pay for membership. And finally, maintenance. You have to pay for the tires, you have to pay for mechanical services such as the engine, electrical, and so on and so forth. The second disadvantage, I think, is Apa ya? Apa ya?
Emisi.
Oh iya, emisi sama?
Macet-macet.
Oh yeah, okay. Satu. The second one that I think is a big factor is the emission. As I said, cars use fuel, and fuel produces emission. The emission that is caused from the car's exhaust can eventually build up and destroy the world's ozone, or the Earth's ozone. As we know now, global warming is such a serious matter, and I think that this is quite a hit for the Earth. And finally, cars can take a long time in traffic because it's a big thing. We have to obey the rules, and then we have to sometimes stop in red lights, and it may factor in the time for us to travel to the campus from our home. That's three disadvantages of using a car. So that's all for the car, which ends my first mode of transport. See ya! Now this is a motorcycle. This is my second vehicle of choice, and this time I'm also going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages. And this bike is not mine. So now I'm going to start with the advantages. First of all, having a motorcycle means that you can filter the roads and you can cut through traffic if you're in a hurry. Second of all, you can also have a more practical vehicle. Even though it's not big, that is the key to make a motorcycle what it is, and you can use it anywhere you like. Finally, it is also cheap, both in cost when you buy the motorcycle and also when you maintain it. Fuel and then maintenance such as the electricals, mechanical, anything is way cheaper than having a car. Now let's move on to disadvantages. So now let's talk about the disadvantages. First of all, I said that it was practical, but because it was so practical, you basically have no storage space, especially compared to a car. All you can fit is probably your helmet and a few other things. Secondly, if the weather is like right now, which is quite dark and there's a high chance of rain, then a motorcycle would be a bad choice because you would get in the rain and maybe you either have to stop or use a raincoat. Finally, is the fact that a motorcycle has only two wheels. It's less safe than a car, especially when there is a high risk of you falling or getting hit by someone else. And I think that concludes the disadvantages for a motorcycle. And maybe sometimes motorcycle can be loud like that. That's all. Okay, so that's all for me. I'm going to ride this bike and go home. See you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Hey, don't go, it's mine! It's mine!
Bye bye.
It's mine!